Okay, so it's December 22nd, and yeah, this came early. It's a little bit crushed at the end. I'm hoping this is alright, because it was sent via every. Well, that didn't work very well. Seems like it's alright. Hasn't been crushed. So this is the UK Shrek 2 Zavvi exclusive. Actually, no, I don't know if it is Zavvi exclusive. It might be. I don't know if it's on Amazon as well, but yeah, this is the Shrek 2 4K Steelbook. Now, interestingly, the US, if anyone is in the US who can tell me, as far as I'm aware, the US is not getting a Steelbook of this. They're just getting a regular 4K. However, the UK is not getting a regular release. The UK is only getting a Steelbook. However, the Steelbook is pretty reasonably priced. It's £25, which, to be honest, is about the price of a standard 4K release, to be honest. £20 to £25 is usually around the price of a standard 4K release. So, yeah, it's not that expensive. And, so, yeah. Now, the reason I particularly wanted a UK release of this is because of the differences in the audio. Now, also, this is also the only way to get Shrek 2 on Blu-ray in the UK now, because DreamWorks do not release Blu-rays or 4Ks in the UK anymore. For example, The Bad Guys, that only got a DVD release here in the UK, which I'm just, yeah. But yeah, here we go. I'm going to look at the back. Now, the original Shrek film, again, that only got a Steelbook release in the UK, which I previously did an unboxing of. In terms of the visual quality of that, it was better in some places and slightly worse in others. I would say it would still be the definitive way to watch it. But yeah, Shrek 2 is probably going to be the same. It'll be interesting to see if they do the other Shrek films, 3 and 4, possibly. Puss in Boots, however, which is also getting a 4K release, well, it has got a 4K release, that is not getting a UK release at all in the UK. So, yeah, you'll have to do what I've done and ordered an imported one. So, yeah. There we go, there's Puss and Donkey on the back there. And, but I guess I'm going to leave that on, actually. Open it up. Okay. Oh, okay. So they've actually... So, yeah, hopefully this has the UK audio. And the reason is basically characters like the Ugly Sister, who in the UK version is played... she's played, sorry, by Jonathan Ross in the UK version. But, like, smaller roles, like cameo roles like that, are different depending on the region. So, yeah. It also has the Australian PG, so I'm assuming if this does have an Australian release, it'll be the same as that. So, take out the regular Blu-ray. So, yeah, even if you were looking for Shrek 2, you know, as a regular Blu-ray release, because, again, the Blu-ray has been discontinued a while ago, that just appears to just recycle one of the older discs there from its singular release. So, yeah, the Blu-ray is Dolby Digital. What is the 4K disc? Yeah, this is always weird, because this was weird on the original Shrek 4K release. Because for some reason, the Shrek 4K releases so far have had a DTS soundtrack, whereas the Shrek Blu-rays have always had a Dolby Digital soundtrack on them. So, yeah, interesting. Does it make a difference? No. To be honest, I couldn't tell a difference. It sounded exactly the same. It didn't sound any better, it didn't sound any worse, so, yeah. Ooh, there we go, that came out. I wish this was card. I really wish it was card. There we go, but now that is off, we can have a look at the Steelbook itself. In fact, I'll open it up like that. And we're going to have a look at the artwork on the inside as well. So yeah, if you are living in the UK and that and you don't have Shrek 2 on Blu-ray, go get this. You can still buy it used pretty cheaply, but the prices I've noticed are starting to rise. Not exponentially, but yeah. Well, there we go. There's the 2 discs. That, and as far as I'm aware, there are no new special features and that on here. So yeah, it is a release. For example, okay, so if unless you're a die-hard Shrek fan, like I am, then and you already own the UK Blu-ray and you live in the UK and you already own the Blu-ray release, I'm gonna say it right now, there's literally no point in buying this, because basically this is just a 2K upscale, and the reason for that is basically the computer software and that was used to make Shreks 1 and 2, basically that was its absolute limitation, unfortunately. And even then it was pushing it a bit, and even then they had the colour on it as well, because again, this is not going to be a true Dolby Vision treatment to it. So they basically tried their best with what they have, at least they did with the original Shrek, which did look better, particularly certain parts like the greens, the Shrek's green sort of looked a little bit more vibrant. It had a few extra sort of layers to it, but yeah. I do hope, you know, they continue to. In terms of Puss in Boots, I don't know about that one. I'm assuming it's an upscale for Shreks 3 and 4. You know, hopefully they do get releases, and it's nice at least, you know, this is the one I was most bothered about getting a UK release, Shrek 2, because, you know, it's my favourite of all the Shreks and most people's. And yeah, I wanted a UK version because I don't think the US version of this disc has the UK version of the audio on there. I don't even know if this one does, to be honest. I'm assuming it does, since it's not just reusing the exact same disc. And this is also getting, I believe this is also getting a release in France as well, and possibly Germany. And those will use the same disc as the UK, because under audio on the back here, it mentions French, Latin American, Spanish. So yeah, it mentions those there on the back, so I'm assuming the same disc will get released there. But yeah, overall I've waffled on enough about this, but very happy to finally have it in the collection.